zewnątrz. Into run. Miaora!
Japan handles it perfectly, just keeps their whole offense in system.
This time it's a great ball in. Oh yes, good up. That will come back, will it? Will it?
Welcome in today's video, as I'll be explaining the concept of volleyball, covering its history, rules, skills, and events. This video aims to inform and inspire newcomers to volleyball, while seasoned players are still welcome to watch. Now, let's discuss the first topic. The history of volleyball spans centuries back in the 1800s. Volleyball was invented in 1895 by William G. Morgan, a YMCA physical director in Holyoke, Massachusetts. He created it as an indoor sport for businessmen who found basketball too intense. Initially, he named the game Mintonet, but a professor from Springfield College suggested volleyball due to the volleying nature of the game. The game quickly became popular with both men and women in schools, playgrounds, the military, and other organizations in the US, and soon spread to other countries. Eventually, volleyball would be introduced in Asia during the early 19th century and into Europe by American troops during the First World War, when national organizations were formed. Variations of the sport also grew into popularity. Examples such as beach volleyball, sitting volleyball, sepak takraw come to mind. To this day, volleyball remains one of the most popular sports worldwide, with millions of people playing both indoor and outdoor volleyball at social and competitive levels. The standard indoor volleyball court is 18 meters long and 9 meters wide, divided into two equal halves by a net. Each half of the court includes an attack line measuring up to 3 meters from the net. On the other hand, the net height is 2.43 meters for men and 2.24 meters for women. Each team consists of 6 players on the court at a time, with 3 in the front row and 3 in the back row. Teams are allowed a maximum of 12 players on the roster, including substitutes. Players must be substituted in a specific substitution area, and once a player is placed in a rotation, they may only be subbed in and out for that position. On the other hand, liberos can only substitute players in the back row. Matches are typically played best of 5 sets. The first 4 sets are played to 25 points, and the 5th set, if necessary, is played to 15 points. A deuce occurs when the score in the set reaches 24-24 or 14-14, requiring a team to achieve a 2-point lead to win the set. Each team is allowed a maximum of 3 consecutive touches to return the ball over the net, with the block not counting as one of these touches. Players can use any part of their body to hit the ball, but they cannot catch, hold, or throw it. Front row players are the primary attackers and blockers. They can jump to spike the ball or block the opponent's attacks above the net. Back row players can also attack, but must jump from behind the attack line. A block can be executed by 1 or more front row players to deflect the ball back into the opponent's court. Players rotate clockwise each time they win a serve, ensuring each player serves and plays in both the front and back rows during the match. Each rotation involves shifting players, which changes their positions on the court. The 6 positions on the court each have specific roles: the outside hitter, the middle blocker, the opposite hitter, the setter, and the libero. The libero is a specialized defensive player who wears a different colored jersey and cannot attack the ball, serve, or block, but can replace any back row player. The serve is launched from the service area behind the end line. The server must not step on or over the line until after contacting the ball. The serve must go over the net and into the opponent's court. If the ball touches the net but still goes over and lands in bounds, it's still a legal serve. A point is awarded to the opposing team if a fault occurs. Common faults include touching the net during play, back hitters stepping on the attack line or hitting inside the attack line, stepping over or on the center line, reaching for the ball from the opposition's court, double touches where a player contacts the ball twice consecutively, and a team using more than 3 hits to return the ball over the net, carrying or lifting a volleyball. Serving faults such as the server stepping over the end line, the ball hitting the net after contact or going out of bounds. Lastly, contacting the antenna, whether by serve, spike, or touch. In volleyball, there are 6 basic skills: spiking, setting, blocking, passing, digging, and serving. In volleyball, there are several types of serves. The underhand is the simplest one and often used by beginners. To do an underhand serve, hold the ball at waist level with your non-dominant hand and strike the bottom by swinging your arms upwards with a closed fist. For the overhand serve, hold the ball at head level with your non-dominant hand, toss the ball in front of you and strike the middle by swinging your arms forwards with the palm of your open hand. For a jump float serve, hold the ball at head level with your non-dominant hand. Approach and jump forwards while still holding the ball before tossing it slightly and striking the middle of it with the heel of your hand. For a jump serve, start a few feet behind the service line, hold the ball with your non-dominant hand or dominant hand, then toss it higher and further in front of you so you can approach it like a spike. Jump into the air and strike the ball at its peak using your open hand to generate power. Pass in volleyball, bend your knees into a slight squat to keep your body balanced and steady as you pass the ball. Form a V-shaped platform by connecting your hands and arms together, locking them into place. When passing, direct the ball to your desired spot by swinging your platform upwards, while also using your legs to generate force. To dig in volleyball, keep your platform still and firm and avoid swinging your arms as it will add extra force. This will reflect energy off the ball and direct it upwards. Another way of digging the ball is by separating your arms after impact, as it will absorb some of the shock. To set in volleyball, start with your body squared to the target, knees slightly bent. Your hands should form a triangle with your thumbs and index fingers, while your elbows are slightly bent. Use your fingertips to contact the ball, extending your arms upwards. For power, push with both of your legs and arms, transferring energy from your body into the ball as you follow through. To block in volleyball, stand with your feet shoulder length apart and keep your knees bent. Place your arms high with your elbows around shoulder height while distancing yourself from the net. When the moment comes, jump straight up directly in front of the hitter with your arms fully extended and your hands aiming downwards. To spike in volleyball, start with a 3-step approach. Begin with a left step, followed by a right step, then finish with a left-right plant before jumping. For left-handed players, reverse this. Start with a right step, followed by left, and finish with a right-left plant. As you jump, swing your hitting arm back, then forward to strike the ball with the palm, using your legs and core for maximum power. There are numerous events in volleyball. Let's start with one of the biggest events in volleyball, the FIVB Volleyball World Championships. This event is held every 4 years, bringing together national teams from around the world to compete for the title of World Champion, starting in 1949 for men and 1952 for women. This tournament is one of the main events in volleyball and a key competition in the sport's calendar. Of course, volleyball is also part of the Olympic Games. Indoor volleyball was introduced in 1964 and beach volleyball in 1996. The Olympic tournament is a chance for the best athletes from around the world to represent their countries and compete for gold. Another major competition is the FIVB Volleyball Nations League, or VNL. This is an annual tournament for national teams. Launched in 2018, the VNL replaced older tournaments and featured regular matches throughout the season. It provides teams with ongoing competition. For club-level volleyball, the CEV Champions League is the top competition in Europe. Started in 1960, it brings together leading teams from across the continent to compete for the European title. Finally, in the world of beach volleyball, we have the FIVB Beach Volleyball World Championships. Held every 2 years, it features the top beach volleyball teams from around the world. Since 1997, this tournament has been a major event in the sport, providing a platform for the best players to compete internationally. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so you won't miss out on any future videos. Until next time!